Hi friends, I'm Amol Shinde. Welcome to my channel. These are the best questions from economics which will definitely help you in your UPSC's preparation, IS preparation. Okay, let's start here. A lowering cash reserve ratio by a central bank will result in expansion of the credit, contraction of the credit, cheap money policy, dear money policy, or we can say tight money policy. Lowering the cash reserve ratio, it means that expansion of the credit, more money with the people. Then it's also called as the cheap money policy. So these two are correct, first and third. So answer is C. Next question. Under the lead bank scheme, the formulation of schemes of the development and infrastructure is done in respect of, it is done in respect of district. Okay, lead bank scheme was started in 1969, under which the every public sector bank as well as the some private sector banks have been allotted the districts. They have to take the lead, that is the responsibility to develop the infrastructure for these districts, okay, for their faster development and to address their credit and developmental requirements. So its answer is C. A scheduled commercial bank should have total deposit of rupees 5 crores and above, share capital of 5 crores and above, share capital of 5 lakhs and above, and total deposits of 50 crores and above. So its answer is C, that is share capital of 5 lakh and above. The next question. The expansionary monetary policy adopted by the RBI would employ, okay, expansionary monetary policy. It will sell government securities in the open market to banks. It means that they are withdrawing the money, then it is not the it cannot be the answer. It will reduce the repo rate or cash reserve ratio, correct one. It will buy the government securities in the open market from the banks and infusion of the money, that is correct. It will expand the flow of credit to the priority sectors. Flow of credit to the priority sector, correct one. Okay, so 2, 3 and 4 are correct. So answer is here 2, 3, 4, C is the answer. Okay, next one. Budget deficit means, budget deficit, we know that budget deficit, that is total expenditure minus total receipts. Okay, that is what call it as budget deficit. But now the term budget deficit is no more there, because instead of that there is a wage means and advances. Okay, so next one. Highest source of revenue of state government is, state government का highest source of revenue कौन सा है? So it's value added tax. Okay, value added tax, and it's a service tax. It's 2/3. Okay, near about government's income or government's revenue. The specific tax is tax imposed on the basis of, specific tax के बारे में बात करें, ठीक है? It is on the basis of volume, weight, size. Okay, and if the tax is imposed on the value or price, then we call it as ad valorem tax. Okay, based on value or price of the commodity. So what will be the answer? It's D. 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Specific tax. The quantitative credit control tools used by the RBI are quantitative credit control tools. It's a cash reserve ratio, correct. Marginal standing facility, not correct. Then statutory liquidity ratio, correct. Marginal requirements, no, marginal requirement is a qualitative, so this cannot be the answer. So only 1 and 3 are correct. So option here 1 and 3, okay, goes here to here. The next, finance minister may generally impose higher taxes on the commodities which have highly inelastic demand. Inelastic demand means what? If the demand doesn't goes down, means demand doesn't goes down if the price increases. For example, alcohol, the consumption of the alcohol will be the same if the prices increases. Okay, सो इट्स इनइलास्टिक डिमांड. सो यहाँ पे क्या पूछा है कि फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर में जनरली इम्पोज हायर टैक्सेस ऑन कमोडिटीज़, तो इस पे तो कर ही सकते हैं. तो नेक्स्ट, विच हैव हाईली इलास्टिक डिमांड, मतलब जिससे लोगों को फर्क पड़ता है, उस पर नहीं कर सकते. सो इट कैन नॉट बी द आंसर. द नेक्स्ट वन, विच आर नेसेसरी गुड्स, नेसेसरी गुड्स पे कर सकते हैं, नहीं कर सकते. देन विच आर हैबिट फॉर्मिंग, जैसे ड्रग्स हो गया, उस पर कर सकते हैं, डेफिनेटली उस पर कर सकते हैं. सो 1 and 4 आर करेक्ट आंसर्स हियर. एड वैलोरम टैक्स इज टैक्स इम्पोज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ, अभी बताया मैंने कि वैल्यू एडेड तो है नहीं, प्राइस ऑफ द कमोडिटी प्राइस पे और वैल्यूज पे किया जाता है. सो इज करेक्ट. टोटल टर्नओवर रॉन्ग, वॉल्यूम रॉन्ग. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन, अकॉर्डिंग टू द सम एक्सपर्ट्स इंडियन बैंकिंग सिस्टम इज एफ्लिक्टेड बाय डबल फाइनेंशियल रिप्रेशन. व्हाट इज डबल फाइनेंशियल रिप्रेशन? ओके, एक तो लायबिलिटी पे भी इम्पोज हो जाएगा और एक तो सप्लाई साइड पे भी इम्पोज हो जाएगा. सो उसको बोलते हैं डबल. Some experts believe that the banking sector in India burdened with the rising NPAs as it's suffering from the double financial repression. Okay, मैं पढ़ के बताता हूँ आपको थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे. Financial burden both on asset sides as well as liquidity sides. On the asset side, it is burden on the SLR requirement, that is SLR requirement, and priority sector lending as well. And on another side, we call it as a liability side, it's high inflation. Okay, so 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Next question, consider the following taxes: service tax, security transaction tax, capital gain tax, expenditure tax. So which of these are direct taxes? Okay, so direct taxes are security transaction tax, that is STT, capital gain tax CGT, expenditure tax. These are all direct taxes. Okay, which is indirect tax? Service tax is indirect tax. So answer is 2, 3 and 4, D, direct taxes. Consider the following with regard to the union budget. Union budget से अगर देखेंगे तो it shows the estimated receipts and expenditure for the following year. Following मतलब जो future का आने वाला year है उसकी estimated receipts बताता है, correct है. It shows the estimated and actual receipts of the expenditure for the current year. Estimated और एक्चुअल जो रिसिप्ट्स है करंट ईयर की वो बताता है, करेक्ट है. इट शोज द एक्चुअल रिसिप्ट्स एंड एक्सपेंडिचर फॉर द प्रीवियस ईयर. प्रीवियस के बारे में भी बताता है कि पिछले साल ये हुआ था, ऐसा ऐसा हुआ था, इस साल ये हुआ है, ऐसा ऐसा हुआ है, और फॉलोइंग ईयर में हम क्या करने वाले हैं वो बताता है. दैट इज एस्टिमेटेड रिसिप्ट्स. ओके, सो दिस ऑल इंक्लूड इन द यूनियन बजट्स. ओके, सो आंसर इज 1, 2 and 3 आर करेक्ट हियर. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 14th, which of the following variable are taken into account for measuring a country's macroeconomic vulnerability index? Macroeconomic vulnerability index में क्या क्या आता है? So इसमें आता है rate of inflation, इसमें आता है current account deficit और इसमें आता है fiscal deficit. Revenue deficit नहीं आता है. So यहाँ पे आता है I, okay, then CAD, and it's FD. ओके, सो ये सभी आती है. आई आता है दैट इज रेट ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन, नेक्स्ट आता है करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट एंड देन नेक्स्ट फिजिकल डेफिसिट. सो इट्स आंसर इज 1, 3 and 4. 1, 3 and 4 here. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग हेल्प इन ब्रिंगिंग अबाउट फिजिकल कंसोलिडेशन. फिजिकल कंसोलिडेशन कैसे आ सकता है? रैशनलाइजिंग टैक्सेस, करेक्ट. रिड्यूसिंग सब्सिडीज, करेक्ट. इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द जीएसटी लाया तो भी फिजिकल कंसोलिडेशन आ सकता है. ये तीनों चीज़ें करने के कारण फिजिकल कंसोलिडेशन आ सकता है. लेकिन रेजिंग इंटरेस्ट फ्री लोन्स दोगे आप तो फिजिकल कंसोलिडेशन नहीं होगा. ओके, इट्स अ फिजिकल डीकंसोलिडेशन हो जाएगा. सो आंसर इज 1, 2 and 3. एंड वेयर इज इट? यस, हियर, डी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग अबाउट द यूनियन बजट 2015-16. ओके, अगर यूनियन बजट पढ़ा होगा थोड़ा बहुत तो it has projected the fiscal deficit 3.9% of the GDP, correct, 3.9% of the GDP fiscal deficit. Revenue deficit कितना प्रोजेक्ट किया है उन्होंने? 2.8% of the GDP. Then it has proposed the reduction of corporate tax 30% से लेकर 25% तक लाने वाला है ताकि FDI ज़्यादा इंक्लूजन हो. और it has raised the service tax from 12% to 14%. 12 से 14% पे वो सर्विस टैक्स को उन्होंने बढ़ा दिया है. सो करेक्ट है. सो यहाँ पे देखते हैं 16 ओके 1 2 3 4 ऑल आर करेक्ट. सो 1 2 3 4 B is the answer. Okay, B.